Guess who's back? Back again. Rookie Watch is back. Tell a friend. Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? What's up, guys? It's Mally Rojo, the Houston Texans user for this year in Madden 20 in the PML League. Hope y'all are doing well. I'm bringing back the Rookie Watch, as you can see. We're going to go through some stats of the rookies so far. I'm way behind. We're already 5 weeks completed, some games played in week 6. So we're just going to go ahead and take a look at what the rookies have done so far. Usually I'll pick like a top 5 of the week, but since I'm kind of doing a catch-up episode right here, we'll go ahead and see through all the 5 weeks so far, how the rookies are doing at each position, kind of get some names out there that we can be looking out for in the coming weeks. So we'll go ahead and we'll do that. We'll take all the important positions. We're going to skip on, like, the kickers and the offensive line, but everywhere else we'll take a look and see how the rookies are doing. I'm not going to go through every single rookie, but I have some top guys for each position that I have written down. We'll just kind of go through some of those guys. I'm looking to spice this thing up. Right now I don't have the software to do it, but I'm hoping to start pulling some clips from your guys' streams and get some highlights of these rookies playing when I put them in their top 5s. But right now I don't have the software to pull those files from Twitch and do all the editing yet, so I'm figuring all that stuff out. Once I get that figured out, we'll get some highlights and stuff in here, but for now we'll just go ahead and talk and check out the stats player stats. So we'll go to the NF. For the quarterbacks, I almost skipped them because it's not looking pretty for the rookie quarterbacks this year. We only have a few in play that are out there doing it right now, but Dwayne Haskins, he's the top guy as far as yardage, but as you can see, the touchdown interception ratio is pretty rough, and that's what it's looking like for most of these rookies out there. They're struggling, but a lot of these guys are starting to get in their groove. They're starting to get used to the Madden 20, so as they progress, they're getting better, definitely, for sure. Z-Star, he's running this team, the Redskins, and I see him progressing through the year. He's a defensive player. It's taking him some time to get used to the offense, but I think he'll get in rhythm, and we'll see big things from these rookies later on. But right now they're having a tough time getting adjusted, but that's normal for a rookie, right? So who else we got? The other one that we have over here on the Cardinals, Kyler Murray, kind of the same thing, as you can see, with a touchdown interception ratio, not looking too hot. 3 touchdowns, 16 interceptions. That's not what you want to see from your rookie quarterback. But like I said, a lot of people are getting the hang of it, and hopefully we'll see these quarterbacks step up. And then the other guy, he hasn't got a ton of action. He was using them early on, but it looks like he decided to go to Joe Flacco after the rookie struggled. But Drew Lock saw some time, but as you can see, it didn't go too well for him. So I think he's going to try to develop him a little bit more before he gets him out there on the field. We have some other guys to look out for. They're not quite on the field yet, but we could see Daniel Jones this year. But so far, these are basically the only rookies that we're seeing in the quarterbacks so far. If I missed someone, you guys let me know, but I think that's about it. That's running quarterback right now. So let's head over to the running backs. Nothing crazy on the running backs this year either, as far as rookies at least, but we do have some guys. Sorry, wrong team. On the Bills, we have Devin Singletary. He's the highest as far as yardage for the rookies. He's got 75 attempts, 306 yards, 4.1 average, and a touchdown. And I mean, he's doing it with Devin Singletary, who kind of got crippled with that speed. So he's doing the best he can with what he's got. So once he gets some development, I think we'll see big things from Devin Singletary. Who else we got? And after Singletary, it's kind of a huge drop-off. The second best guy we got here is not even the primary back for this guy, but he is killing the league right now. As you can see, Tariq Cohen is slaughtering defenses. He's got 894, 11 touchdowns, but he's not who we're talking about. He's not the rookie. The rookie is David Montgomery behind Tariq Cohen. He's the second best rookie we got right now, even though He's the second guy behind Tariq Cohen. I mean, Mole is just killing it so much that he's got a second guy who's doing it too. David Montgomery, 5 yards per carry. He's got a touchdown, 195. Nothing crazy, but like I said, it's kind of a slow start for the rookies in the running back part. It's mostly, to be honest, most of the standout guys are some top wide receivers, and the rest is all defense. I mean, to be honest with the rookies. But we'll go ahead and we'll look at, I'll go through a few of them at least. Let's see, Oakland's got the rookie running back Josh Jacobs. Interested to see how he's doing. Yeah, he's had a slow, it looks like the rushing altogether for the Raiders has been slow. I know his offense has been really pass heavy. So we got Josh Jacobs with 44 for 194. No touchdowns. 4.4, not bad, but like I said, they're just not running the ball a lot over there. And Josh Jacobs also got, same with Devin Singletary, he got hit with that speed killer at 85. So you got to deal with that, and that's tough. But Josh Jacobs can break tackles. He's good at that. You'd like to see him getting the touchdown more. Get in the red zone, get within the 5, and let him just bust through those lines and get in there for the touchdown. But we'll see how he develops through the year and how the Raiders end up using him. I know he was looking on the block for a running back, so who knows? Josh Jacobs might not be starting for that much longer, so we'll see. And then one last guy I wanted to mention that I thought was worth mentioning for the running backs. He's also running secondary behind Dalvin Cook, but we have Alexander Mattison, if that's how you say it. He's 25 for 143 and 2 touchdowns. He's not getting the bulk of the carries. That's going to go to Dalvin Cook. But with what he's had, 25 so far, he's done a really good job. 5.7 per carry, and he's been able to get in the touchdowns. So that's good. And he's got a good coach there with CEO. He's going to keep progressing. He was good with the run game in Madden 19. I think he's getting in the swing of Madden 20. And once he gets that going, we might see big things from Dalvin Cook and the rookie, Alexander Mattison. So that's it for the running backs. I'll go ahead and I'll pop in and we'll look at the wide receivers now. This is where things start to get a little bit more interesting. We got some more higher caliber guys up there doing big things. So the first guy up at the top is a team that's struggling, but he's been reliable in getting it done. The team itself is struggling, and I passed it. Sorry. The team's been struggling, but he went full on looking for the speed guy, and he found his guy in Emmanuel Hall, and he's getting in the ball, and man, look at the rack, 244, 586 yards, 3 touchdowns, 244 on the rack, so he's grabbing it and he's going, and he's got the most receiving yards for any of the rookie wide receivers right now. So he's doing big things over there in Denver, even though they're struggling as a team. I think if they can figure out their defensive side, they're doing big things on offense. Lessen the turnovers, get the defense going. Denver's got a lot of young guys that they're getting going, so they're going to have a lot to build on next year. So who knows? They don't do so hot this year. Get in that draft, get some nice picks. These guys are developing. He's got a lot of young guys, so we might see big things from Denver next year if they don't get it together this year. Yeah. So let's go over to the Colts, where we got another speedster and Paris Campbell. He's second in the receiving yards. He's got 4 touchdowns, 457 receiving yards, 17 catches, 26.9. That's a little high up there, but with the new rule, I think we're just looking out on the air yards. So with that rack, he's got plenty of rack, so that'll come down. He should be fine. A lot of these guys, you'll notice, they like the speedy guys. I mean, those guys are going to get it and take it to the house. The screens are killer in this year's Madden with the RPOs and everything, so a lot of guys are getting big plays that way, so you're seeing a lot of rack. So these speedy guys are great for that. Our third guy, this is where it kind of drops off a little bit. This next guy, we're going to go back to the Raiders. Like we said, he's been pass heavy, and he's been spreading around the ball. Antonio Brown, of course, not with the Raiders anymore, but in PML he's still there. But as far as rookies, we got Hunter Renfrow. He's got 14 for 291 and 0 touchdowns. He hasn't made it in a touchdown yet. but he's starting to get going. He started off slow. I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, one of his games, Hunter Renfrow had 7 for 169 just in one game, so he had a really huge game, so a lot of those yards came from that. But I think that was just recently, so he had been kind of quiet before, but he's starting to get it going now. So we'll see how the rest of the year, how he progresses. He could be a big target for the Raiders. He's being super pass heavy. If he can just chill out on the turnovers, he's killing it in the passing yards at least, but he's just gotta fix the turnovers and be more efficient with that. He should be good. This next guy, people expected big things from him after his killer combine, and he's been off to a decent start so far. Seattle's kind of spreading it around, so it's pretty equal all across, but the rookie DK Metcalf has stepped up for 14 for 235 and 2 touchdowns. He's still behind Tyler Lockett there, but next year this guy keeps developing. He is a physical specimen. You can do a lot with him. He's a speedster. He's got decent height at 6'3". There's a lot you can do with him, so I see him doing big things in the league. Let's go to the next one. Alright, this will be the final guy for the wide receivers. We still have other guys to look out for. We'll be looking out for guys in the future, but for now I'm just going to go over like 5 from each position just to keep it pretty short. Hollywood Brown, he's 16 for 219, 2 touchdowns. Another speedster, can do a lot of things. Surprisingly, Seth Roberts is leading this team in receptions. That's a bit of a shocker. Mark Andrews is getting it done too, but Brown is working his way into this offense. It's a really run-heavy team, so I don't know if he'll have crazy numbers, but he does have some high-scoring games too. So even though he's running the ball a lot, he's still passing it. So the only thing I worry about with Marquise Brown is he's got the speed, but he's not going to jump up there and pull down these high point passes like, you know, a DK Metcalf would, who's 6'3". He's only 5'9", so the height hurts him a little bit, but with the right playing calling, you can get Marquise Brown involved. You can get him touchdowns on the slants. You can have him take him to the house from distance. You can hit him with the screens. We mentioned the screens being pretty gnarly this year, so there's still a lot you can do with them, so they should be able to get it done with them. Right. And last that we're going to do with the offensive side of the ball is the tight ends. And we don't have a crazy amount with the tight ends. I just have 3 I'm going to talk about because they've been 3 standout guys. The rest, it's been slow for the rookies on the tight end side. But these guys have been doing big things for their team. So let's pop over to the first one, which is, well, we've already talked about one of his players. We're going to swing back around to the Broncos. I mentioned he's got a lot of young guys that he can build. Another one he's got up there that's doing big things is Noah Fant. He's 21 for 356 and 2 touchdowns, so he's doing great for a tight end. He's the top end, leading the league in tight ends. I think there's only 2 other tight ends out of rookies. He's leading all the rookies, and then as far as tight ends, I think only Ingram and I forget, but there's one other. Oh yeah, surprisingly, is Charles Clay is the other guy. Evan Ingram and Charles Clay are the other 2 guys, but he's 3rd behind all the tight ends, so that's not bad for a rookie. That's what you want to see. Like I said, Denver's got the young guys, and they're doing big things, so they should see a big step up next year, if not this year. The next guy, we're going to head over to the Lions. Now this guy, people expected big things, and he's delivering for the Lions. More of a run-heavy team, but they're still getting it done in the passing as well when they need to. So T.J. Hawkinson is a big part of that. He's got 19 for 261 and 1 touchdown. So he's doing great for the Lions, and that's a solid team. They're good at getting those animations. Somehow he always seems to get those perfect animations for his players. And he knows how to get the ball off right at the perfect time. He should see big things from T.J. Hawkinson this year. And the third and final tight end is a guy I didn't really hear much of. He's doing well. Head over here to the Jaguars. where he has the tight end Josh Oliver. He's gone 12 for 172 and 2 touchdowns. He seems like a big physical guy, 6'5". I think he's got some speed to him. And I hadn't heard of Josh Oliver, but I'm not huge on college ball. I do watch some teams, but I'm kind of specific on the teams. He's from San Jose State. I definitely haven't watched his San Jose State ball, so I hadn't really heard of him. But he's doing it for Jaguars, so that's what you want to see. Those rookies that they don't expect it from. Might have been a late round pick. Having him step up, that's perfect. That's what you need. So that was it for the offensive side of the ball. We're going to head over to defense now. We'll go ahead and first take a look at, let's see. Let's take a look at the linebackers first. So the linebackers, we're going to head over here to the Buccaneers, where they have Devin White, who's been getting really involved in the team. 28 tackles. I think he's up there in the top 10 in tackles. He's got 28 solo, 13 assists. But he's also got the 5 tackles for loss on top of that. And he's got the 4 interceptions. I think he's tied with a couple other of these linebackers that we're going to see on the list with the 4 interceptions. They're all capped out right there at 4. We got 3 guys, and that's up there at the top for the linebackers in interceptions. So they're doing big things. Let's see. He also has 3 deflections, so he's keeping the ball from the wide receiver's hands. I mean, not as great as an interception, but you want to see, if they got a deflection, they're swatting it away. Keeping the offense from making a play, So the next guy we're going to go to, we're going to head over to the Giants, where we got middle linebacker Ryan Conley doing big things over there. The natural was one of the top linebacker users last year. He had C.J. Mosley, and C.J. Mosley was killing it. He's taken a step down this year with the Giants' defense, but he's taken the rookie Ryan Conley, and he's doing his thing, and he's got the 4 interceptions, 107 interception yards, so he's getting the ball, and he's taking it downfield. Oops. Sorry. Let me get back to that. My bad. But he's all over the place. He's got the sacks as well. He's getting in there, getting the quarterback. He's got 3.5 sacks. He's got the tackle for loss. He's got a couple deflections. 2 forced fumbles as well. And 2 touchdowns. I think he's leading in the rookies as far as touchdowns and forced fumbles as well. So he's doing a lot for his team there because, forced fumbles, I don't know if they got those fumbles. It's hard to tell in Madden, but if they got those fumbles, and plus the 4 interceptions, he's creating turnovers all over the place. He's deflecting the ball. He's sacking the quarterback. So he's definitely one of the top guys to look out for as far as rookies. And we'll see. We'll see. Spoiler alert, but we'll see some other rookies from Giants. He's really developing that team. He doesn't have a lot right now, but he's got a lot of young guys that he's doing big things with. So we're going to see a lot from them. Let's head over to the third guy. We're going to go over to the Lions, where we got Jelani Tavai. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know. I could be wrong on that. I apologize. Another guy who's, like I said, tied right there with the 4 interceptions. He's got 61 yards. I know he's taken it to the house at least once because I saw that game. So he's got 2 touchdowns. So he's tied with Ryan Conley there on the touchdowns for the rookies on the defensive side at least. He's also got 3 deflections. 28 tackles. So another guy who's all over the place. He's getting the tackles for loss in the backfield, the interceptions. He's getting the deflections. So he stepped up for the Lions. He's doing big things with them. So we look forward to seeing that for the rest of the year. Let's see what else we got. I think we got one more linebacker. Yes, we do. So let's head over. Well, we've talked about this team a couple times, and we're going back to him again now on defense. The Broncos. He's got his right outside linebacker, Justin Hollins. He's got 30 total tackles, 4 tackles for loss. He's got a half sack, 2 interceptions, 3 deflections. No touchdowns, but We know Fallen has a good user. He's a coach that has fallen off a little bit this year, but he's getting the hang of Madden 20, and we know that he led the league in interceptions with the one-hand wonder when he was Seattle last year. And he's got a rookie here that he can user. I don't know if he is usering him. I haven't got a chance to watch a ton of games. But he's getting interceptions. He's getting tackles for loss. And like I said, this team's got a lot of young guys that they're doing big things with. So next year we should see a huge leap in this team. So next we'll go ahead and we will head to check out let's go ahead and check out the linemen, the D linemen. See what they're doing. Now a couple of these guys are listed as linebackers, but I know they're using them as edge guys. So I just kind of lumped them in with the D linemen. So we'll go ahead and take a look at some top 5 guys there. The first one being, let's head over to, sorry, I got to consult my list here. I'm going to head over to the Redskins, who has the rookie Montez Sweat, the 10 tackles for loss. That's huge. I think that's the highest up there in the league. So he's getting those guys in the backfield, 10 tackles for loss. That's what you want to see. 25 tackles, 10 tackles for loss, 3 sacks. He even has an interception, so you can't beat that. He's also forced a fumble and recovered a fumble, which it looks like he took it to the house. Yep, 55 yards, took it to the house. So yeah, he's doing big things for that defense. That team is solid up front. They're going to be doing big things this year. And Montez Sweat looks like might be leading the way for the rookies. 10 tackles for loss. That's nice. That's nice. Alright. So we are going to head over to the Jags, where we have Josh Allen. He's got 20 total tackles. He's got 4 tackles for loss and 4 sacks. He also has a deflection, so he must have got up there and batted one down. He's got a fumble recovery. No touchdowns. He's only played 5 games, so he's played one less than some of these other guys, and he's still doing, he's doing great. He's got 4 sacks, 4 tackles for loss, 20 tackles, 1 deflection. It'd be a solid guy for the Jaguars with the 4 sacks, so that you can see that. The next guy, we're going to head over to the Panthers. Or I'm assuming that he uses this as an edge guy just because of the way the stats play out with the 6 tackles for loss, the 3 sacks. He's not getting interceptions. He's not getting deflections. But he's in there. He's getting tackles, 21 tackles. I'm assuming he's using him as an edge rusher. I'm not really familiar with Brian Burns. A lot of people probably are. Florida State football's popular, but I'm not familiar with him, so I don't know if that's what he is, if he's an edge rusher or if he's, a 4-3 linebacker. But I'm assuming with the stats the way they are that he's using him as an edge rusher with the way he's getting in there, getting sacks and getting the tackles for loss, and he's doing great for him. 6 tackles for loss. That's up there almost as high as Montez Sweat, and he's right there with the sacks as well with 3. Has played 6 games. He should do well for JT through the season. I know JT's a guy who uses he'll bring the heat. He'll bring the heat. I've played him last year. I was in his division, played him a couple times, and he'll hit you with those mad blitzes, and he'll get back there. So look out for that guy when you're playing JT. All right, where we headed to next? Okay. Next, we are going to head over to the 49ers, where we have Nick Bosa, who is the rookie that is leading all of the rookies in sacks. He's got 6 so far. He's the highest up there for the rookies in sacks. He's also up there with the tackles for loss with 6 and 19 tackles. Nick Bosa is going to be a problem. He is going to be a problem. Look out for that guy. Might have to throw out some double teams. I don't know. We'll see. Alright, let's see where we headed next. Alright, let's head over to Oakland. And over at Oakland, we have the rookie Clelin Ferrell. He's got 16 tackles, 1 tackles for loss. He's got 3 sacks. And he's only played 5 games so far, so he's down on some of these other guys. So, you know, a good game with a couple sacks. He could be right up there with Nick Bosa and those other guys. So he's doing good already with the 16 tackles, 3 sacks, tackle for loss. 1 more week of play. He could be up there with those guys. I don't know a ton about this coach's defense. I haven't played him yet. He's new to the league this year. But look forward to watching Clelin Ferrell, see how he does and progresses this year with this coach. Shout out to Kurt. All right. So that's it for those outside guys. I do got a couple big guys in the middle I want to give some credit to. So let's head over to the Bills, where we have Ed Oliver. He's not up there in the tackles like these other guys, but he's getting in there, making a little bit of an impact with the 9 tackles, the 3 tackles for loss, and the 2 sacks. There wasn't a ton of big guys in here in the defensive tackles for the rookies, so just wanted to give a couple these guys a shout out. Buffalo's playing solid defense. That coach over there, Bubba, he's doing well. He's beat some top coaches, so we look forward to seeing how he does this year. And Ed Oliver looks to be a beast. So he's not getting I don't know if he's getting the same amount of let's see. Has he played in every game? So he's played for only 5 games. So he's in there. It's just they have 1 less game. I think they might have had a bye week. They might have had one of those early bye weeks. So and he's also got a fumble recovery there. We don't want to miss that. But yeah, we should see big things from Ed Oliver. He should progress and be a beast. I imagine him being a savage. Look out for him. Protect your quarterback. 1 more big guy. So let's head over. Now this big guy has been doing big things. Head over to the boys. We got Tristan Hill. He's got 14 tackles, 2 tackles for loss, and 4 sacks. Let's see, he's got any forced fumbles? No forced fumbles. 6 game played. The big old boy at 6'2", 315. He's clogging up the middle. He's getting in there. He's getting sacks, creating some tackles for loss. Anthony over there, he's a good coach. And looks like he's got a. Looks like Tyrone Crawford is the main dude there, but he must run some 4-3. And I imagine he's getting both of those guys some action, and he's making the most of it with the 4 sacks. So we should see big things from Tristan Hill this year. All right, let's head over to these DBs. First, we're going to take a look at some of these top corners. We said he's got a lot of young talent to work with, and here we see it again. The rookie DeAndre Baker. 15 solo, 8 assists, 23 total tackles, 2 tackles for loss, 2 interceptions, 32 interception yards, 6 deflections. Whew, that's a lot of deflections. And he's only played 5 games, so he's still got 1 more game to play. He hasn't played his Week 6 game yet, I believe. Yeah, he was one of them who definitely hasn't played his Week 6 game yet. So yeah, only 5 game played, and he's still getting it done with the 2 interceptions. Those are big, but 6 deflections, that's big too. I mean, you're swatting the ball down a lot and keeping it out of the offense's hand when you're doing that. Doesn't look as great as an interception, but that's still big, and that's one of the higher numbers I'm seeing for deflections, especially amongst the rookies. So we should see big things from DeAndre Baker this year. I know that Natural is going to focus on building that team. He's doing a series himself. It's really good. Go check it out on YouTube. Sports Gamers Online. You guys all know this. This is all going to PML, guys. Ain't nobody else going to watch this. You guys know that shit. I don't know why I'm saying it. Next guy we're going to head over to for the cornerbacks. And over here for the Browns, we have Greedy Williams. He's got 13 solo tackles, 5 assists, 18 tackles, 3 tackles for loss. He's got 2 interceptions, 56 interception yards. He's got 1 deflection. No TD, but he's played 6 games. And Greedy stepped up. They got a lot of young guys over there. They got Denzel Ward. I know I heard HD Little T say he's upset with Denzel Ward, so maybe Greedy Williams is stepping up for him over there, and maybe he'll be the guy. Who knows? I don't know if Denzel Ward's gonna hit the trade block, but he's talking like he might. So Greedy might be the #1 guy over there. So look out for him. HD Little T, he's spreading it. Last year he was one of the better users for the middle linebacker, and he had a rookie linebacker that was every week on my rookie watch because he was getting 4 or 5 interceptions. Those don't come as easy, but he's still getting the interceptions this year. It just looks like it's better spread out. Gready's out there getting a piece of that with 2 interceptions, 56 yards. He's also got the 3 tackles for loss, 18 tackles. So he's doing big things over there. Next, let's head over. Is that it for the cornerbacks? I think that's it for the cornerbacks. We didn't have a ton of action from the cornerbacks. However, over at the safety position, we got a ton of action over there. I narrowed it down to 5. There's a lot more safeties out there that are rookies that are doing big things, but I had to narrow it down to 5 to keep this thing at least not lasting 20 years. So I'm going to go over some of these top safeties. First, we're going to head over to the Chiefs, where we have Juan Thornhill. 20 tackles, 2 tackles for loss, 5 interceptions for 40 yards, and 5 deflections. No TDs, 6 games played. So Juan Thornhill has been doing big things. He's got a couple tackles for loss. He's making tackles. But where he's really doing it big is the 5 interceptions. That's up there for the rookies. He's one of the top guys getting the turnovers, and he's on a great defensive team. They got interceptions all over the place, as you can see. 4, 5, 3. They're out there doing it, and Juan Thornhill, he's going to progress, and he's going to be crazy next year, I feel like, because this defensive team is getting a ton of interceptions. Juan Thornhill's kind of leading the way there, and he's also got the 5 deflections, so he's playing good D over there as a coach, and he's got a guy like Juan Thornhill who he can develop, and he's going to be a beast, so look out for him. Let's see who else we got at safety. Alright, we're going to head over to the Chargers, where they have Nasir Adderley. Now, this is a guy I don't know anything about. Didn't hear anything about him coming out of college. Delaware. I've never watched Delaware football. But he's doing big things for the Chargers. He's got 28 tackles, 1 tackle for loss. He's got 2 sacks. He's got 3 interceptions for 92 yards, 5 deflections, a fumble recovery, and a touchdown. So another rookie stepping up, doing big things on defense. This is another user that's playing really good defense this year. You can see 6-3-1-3. He's got 16.5 sacks over there with Bosa. So just as a whole, that defense is doing great. And he's throwing in Adderley and doing big things with them next to Derwin James. So if he develops him, I mean, that's going to be a 1-2 punch back there with the safeties, because Derwin James Jr. is a beast. And it looks like he's already doing big things with Adderley. So next year, if he develops that guy, that's going to be scary. That's going to be a scary defense. You got Bosa, you got those safeties, you got some decent cornerbacks over there. Better than decent, so that's going to be a solid defense. Let's see. Alright, the next guy we're gonna head over to Green Bay. So this next guy, Darnell Savage, have heard of him. Like the guy a lot coming out of college. And he's doing well for the Packers. He's got 4 tackles for loss, 2 interceptions, 58 yards, 3 deflections, and 1 touchdown. So Darnell Savage is doing pretty good. This coach, he was a really good defensive guy last year. He's having some struggles with Madden 20, just getting used to it, I think. But I think once he gets in the swing of things, it could be a scary guy to deal with on defense, because I know in 19... at the end of the cycle there, I forgot who he stepped in for, but he stepped in to fill in for some guy, and he was playing good defense all throughout Madden 19. So it might just take him some time getting used to Madden 20. But now that he's getting some game in, he's getting used to it. He's had a couple games where he looked good. So we might even see bigger things from Savage as Wuka progresses. Sorry, I'm bummed. My mouth is getting dry as shit right now. But we're going to keep rolling. Alright. For the next guy, we're going to head back to the Browns. We already mentioned one DB over there. But we also have the Sheldrick Redwine. He's got 26 total tackles. He's got 5 tackles for loss. He's got an interception for 8 yards. He's got a deflection. And no touchdowns, 6 games played. So yeah, he's doing good. He's looks like he's being more effective getting in the backfield, stopping the run. So there might be bringing him up in the box a little bit more than some of these other guys that you're seeing with the big interceptions. But that's good for a safety, rookie safety, getting the 5 tackles for loss. He's still got the 1 interception, so I mean he can obviously get in coverage too, and he's got the deflection. But Browns, like I said, he's a good user. Anyone he goes on that he's using, he's pretty good at predicting those routes and stepping in and making interceptions. So it looks like he's spreading it out more, but whoever he decides to use, they're gonna do good on the interceptions, I think. It looks like he might be running him at strong, because he's got Demarius Randall, but he's also got Sheldrick Redwine up there, and they're getting equal play. So yeah, he's probably running him strong safety in the depth chart at least. But that's good. He can develop that young guy, and it looks like he's good at getting in the backfield, stopping the run, getting tackles. Let's head to the next guy. Forgot to write that on the team, but I think this is Bucks. Yeah, over here for the Bucks, we got Mike Edwards. He's got 25 tackles. He's got 2 tackles for loss. He's got 2 interceptions, 67 interception yards, 3 deflections, and 1 touchdown. 6 games played. So Mike Edwards, he's been doing good. I haven't got to see a lot of this coach. I know. The only time I've only played him one time, and he wasn't the Bucks. It was in the tournaments. So I haven't seen him with the Bucks yet. But it looks like he's doing good with Mike Edwards here. He's kind of all over the place. He's getting tackles for loss. He's got a couple interceptions. He's got 3 deflections. So he's all over the place and doing well for the Bucks. So I'll be looking out for that. I don't know the coach really well, but I'll be watching some of his games and checking out some of those young guys, because I know that's another team that's got some young talent they can develop. We already mentioned Devin White earlier, so he's definitely got some guys on defense to look out for. So I'll be watching out for these guys. And with that last guy there, Mike Edwards, that's the last one we're going to do out of the safeties. There's definitely some other rookies to look out for that weren't on this list. If your guy didn't get mentioned, it's because I was trying to shorten it down. As we go on in the future, I'll be picking 5 guys that are standing out each week and trying to get these out to you guys on a regular basis. Like I said, I'm going to try to come with the highlights on the next one. So as soon as I can get the software to kind of pull the videos from Twitch and cut those up so I can have some highlights in there. I'm learning up on YouTube right now on how to do that stuff, because I've never really done it. I've done the really basic stuff from like the PS4 editor. So I look forward to learning that stuff. I look forward to putting that stuff out to you guys. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoyed this, and y'all have a wonderful night at PML. We'll catch you later.